Ever wondered what are the symptoms of an unhealthy pregnancy? Well, you're not alone. Pregnancy is a miraculous journey, filled with anticipation, joy, and sometimes a little bit of anxiety. While most pregnancies progress normally, it's essential to be aware that there can be signs hinting at potential health concerns. Imagine you're on a road trip. It's all smooth sailing, but you still keep an eye on the dashboard, right? You watch for warning lights, fuel levels, and other indicators to ensure a safe journey. The same applies to pregnancy. Your body, like a well-tuned vehicle, has its ways of signaling when something might be off track. From subtle changes to more noticeable ones, these signals are your body's way of communicating with you, helping you stay on top of your health and that of your little one. So, buckle up as we navigate this journey together. Stay tuned to learn about the symptoms of an unhealthy pregnancy. Firstly, we have severe nausea and vomiting. Now, experiencing a bit of morning sickness is pretty common and often expected. However, when the nausea becomes intense or the vomiting persistent, it might be a sign of something more serious. This condition, known as hyperemesis gravidarum, goes beyond typical morning sickness. It can lead to dehydration, weight loss, and electrolyte imbalance. If left unchecked, these complications could pose risks not just to you, but also to the little one you're carrying. It's important to distinguish between what's normal and what's not. Mild nausea and occasional vomiting? Perfectly normal. But severe, persistent symptoms? Those are red flags. And remember, you're not alone in this. There are healthcare professionals who are ready and willing to help. So, if you're dealing with severe nausea and vomiting, don't brush it off. Reach out to your healthcare provider. Remember, it's essential to communicate these symptoms to your healthcare provider. Next, we have vaginal bleeding. Now, this symptom can be quite alarming, but it's essential to understand that it can be a sign of various complications in pregnancy. Bleeding could imply conditions ranging from harmless to serious issues. Sometimes it could be due to implantation, where the fertilized egg attaches itself to the lining of the uterus. Other times, it could be a sign of an ectopic pregnancy, where the pregnancy is outside the uterus, or a miscarriage. Pregnancy is a time of significant changes in your body, and any amount of bleeding should be reported to a healthcare provider. It's crucial not to ignore this symptom, no matter how light or heavy it appears to be. Your healthcare provider can help determine the cause and ensure you and your baby are safe. Don't overlook this symptom. It could be crucial to your and your baby's health. Remember, your well-being and your baby's health are paramount. Thirdly, persistent or severe headaches can be a red flag. Now, we all get headaches from time to time, but when you're expecting, those persistent or severe headaches could be signaling something more serious. They may be an indication of high blood pressure, a condition that can put both the mother and baby at risk. High blood pressure during pregnancy isn't something to take lightly, as it can lead to complications such as preeclampsia. However, let's not jump to conclusions just yet. It's important to remember that headaches can also be caused by hormonal changes, lack of sleep, or even dehydration. If you're experiencing persistent or severe headaches, it's essential to consult with your healthcare provider as soon as possible. They can help identify the cause and provide appropriate recommendations or treatment options to ensure your well-being and that of your baby. Headaches might seem common, but don't take them lightly during pregnancy. Swelling of hands and feet is another symptom to watch out for. It's common to experience some swelling during pregnancy, particularly in the later stages. But when this swelling becomes sudden or severe, it could be a red flag. This could be indicative of a serious condition called preeclampsia. Preeclampsia is a pregnancy complication characterized by high blood pressure and signs of damage to another organ system, often the liver and kidneys. It typically begins after 20 weeks of pregnancy in women whose blood pressure had been normal. Left untreated, preeclampsia can lead to serious, even fatal complications for both mother and baby. That's why it's so important to monitor any changes in your body during pregnancy and to seek immediate medical attention if you notice sudden or severe swelling. Remember, your health and the health of your baby is always the top priority. Swelling can be more than just an inconvenience. It could be a warning sign. Last but not least, reduced fetal activity can be a cause for concern. As your baby grows, you become familiar with their patterns of movement. It's a delightful part of pregnancy, feeling those little kicks and nudges. But what happens when those movements become less frequent or seem to decrease? A noticeable drop in fetal activity might suggest a problem. This can be due to various reasons, from the baby sleeping to more serious conditions. It's important to remember that every baby is unique, and their activity levels can vary. However, a sudden or consistent decrease in movement should not be overlooked. If you notice such changes, don't hesitate to contact your healthcare provider. They can perform tests to ensure everything is going as it should. Remember, there's no such thing as being overly cautious when it comes to the health and safety of your unborn child. Always trust your instincts when it comes to your baby's movements. Now that we've covered the key symptoms of an unhealthy pregnancy, it's time to summarize and wrap things up. We've learned a lot today, so let's take a moment to retrace our steps. In the beginning, we talked about severe nausea and vomiting. This isn't your typical morning sickness. It's an extreme condition that can lead to dehydration and weight loss, which is why it's important to consult with your healthcare provider if you're experiencing this. Next, we delved into the unsettling topic of vaginal bleeding. Any kind of bleeding during pregnancy is a serious concern and should always prompt a call to your doctor. It could be a sign of various complications, from a miscarriage to placental issues. We then moved on to persistent or severe headaches. These are not your run-of-the-mill tension headaches. These are intense, persistent headaches that don't go away with rest or over-the-counter medication. They could potentially indicate high blood pressure or preeclampsia. Following that, we discussed the swelling of hands and feet. While some swelling is normal during pregnancy, sudden or severe swelling could be a warning sign of preeclampsia, a serious condition that requires immediate medical attention. Lastly, we talked about reduced fetal activity. A noticeable decrease in your baby's movements could indicate a problem and should not be ignored. It's crucial to contact your healthcare provider if you notice any changes in your baby's usual activity level. Each of these symptoms is a signal from your body that something could be wrong. It's crucial to listen to these signals and seek medical advice. No concern is too small when it comes to the health of you and your baby. Remember, your health and your baby's health are paramount. Don't hesitate to reach out to your healthcare provider if you experience any of these symptoms. Stay healthy.